So today's all about garden maintenance. I know what you're thinking, who the hell cares to show me the end result? But the fact is, it takes a long time and a shitload of work to make things look the way you want them to. So today we're going to be, cutting a hedge, we're going to be looking after our lilac trees, or actually just one. Also the bamboo hedge in the back, I think that needs some serious attention. Oh, and then mowing the lawn and, let's just get on with it and have a look how the day progresses. So this is what it looks like before. And no, that's not an uber molehill. We're doing some work in the garden on the terrace. I know it's a silly thing, but I absolutely love once the lawn is done. And I also hate doing it. But the end result is worth the pain in the ass job it is. Up and down the bloody garden with this one for the past, 5 years. I am going to get myself one of those robot mower things, but I'm really going to have to do my research which one I'm going to get. I need one for about 2,000 square meters with uneven grounds at times, and they have to mow paths. So if you have any information on good mowing robots, let me know. And here we are, done. And back here we kind of give nature a break, so we just let it happen. Well, I mow the lawn, I mow the paths, and sometimes I cut some of the plants a little bit, back, just the bamboos, because you're just going, a little bit too much. But other than that, it's pretty natural back here. This bamboo hedge, it is a mix out of Hydrangea as well as Caprida. And Hydrangea you can tell because it really is overhanging, hence it is called the umbrella bamboo as well. And that's kind of a pain in the ass when you have to mow. I'm going to take just the edges off the entire hedge just to make it look a little bit neater. I mean, if you like that sort of, let's call it a hippie look, go right ahead, leave it. It's not a must. But for me, I like the idea of it looking natural, but in a controlled sort of manner. I am German after all, so, we do like our control. However, so let's just do that. Because I kept the cutting kind of loose, it's still, yes, it does look a lot more uniform and it does look trimmed, but not overly trimmed. And also now the path is actually looking a lot wider. As much as the cutting was fun, obviously cleanup is also part of it, and if there is an easy way to do things, I try to find them and use them. Same with my designs. I incorporate weeds in my garden design. I call it design, Jane calls it neglect and sheer laziness, but I think she's right. Anyway, so now it's coming to the cleanup, and the way I do that is with my trusted lawnmower. It's kind of like the Hoover of the garden as far as I'm concerned. Start at the highest setting and then just work your way down. And the bonus is you're left with nice bamboo mulch too. I wouldn't put it in the compost because obviously the compost would probably take centuries to break down. But scatter it around, especially at the bamboo, because it's good. It's full of silica, really good for it. So on to the next job. Now we're coming to the lilac tree. Well, it doesn't look much like a tree, it looks more like a bush. I have them absolutely all over the place in different colors, from dark purple to pink and white and stuff. Oh, I watched a video the other day, 10 plants you should never ever have in your garden. I have 7 of them, or 8 actually, and lilac was one of them. And right now it's a good time to actually prune them. You should prune lilacs after they have flowered to make sure that they grow bushy and they remain in space, because the problem with lilacs is you have the mother plant and then you have all these suckers coming up at the bottom, and it actually does look like a bloody bush, so you have to take them off. Anyway, so right now I want this to look far more like a tree than the bush it does right now. So let's just get chopping. And this is the point with lilacs. If you go in, they have multiple stems. They grow new trees absolutely everywhere. And if you don't look out, or if you don't take them off, they really are. It just gets wider and wider every single year. And all of a sudden you've got a little miniature forest. So let's just clean this thing up and actually make it look good. Et voila. Oh, French. This looks so much better than it did before. Now you can actually see that it's going to be a tree. Well, that it is a tree, and it will be a big tree one day. I'm just incredible. On to the next job. Here we have this wonderful climbing hydrangea. And when it is actually kept in its space, it looks quite nice, not as it does right now. So let's clean it up. And it's like it is with anything. If you want something to look good, you're gonna have to clean it up. I mean, fine, I could just clean it up and then pretend that it always looks like that, but that's not the way it is. And here the result, the way it actually should look. So it does look a lot better, neat and tidy, and at least I stopped it from crawling along the house. On to the next task. And then here we have a hedge as well as a tree that is just crying out to be massacred. It's Portuguese laurel, and it is clearly way too high. So the idea is right now that I'm going to be taking the line of the window and cutting all of this off. I know that the hard cut should really be done before the growing season, blah, blah, blah. But you know, sometimes life gets in the way. You just don't have the time to do it when you should. And the plant will be fine. I mean, they are very established. And right now is also a good time to take the softwood cuttings and propagate your Portuguese laurel. So if you want to have more of this, right now is a good time. You can also do it later in the season. In this hedge, we don't just have the Portuguese laurel. We also have rhododendron, then we have a lilac tree. So it's kind of a mix of all sorts of stuff. Stand back and admire, or start crying if you really screwed it up. Not bad. And now the thing I love the most, the cleanup. And this is what I meant earlier on with the softwood cutting. So what you could do right now is take that off. This here, as you can see, is the old wood, and this is the new growth. So what you could do if you want to propagate, you just snip them off, you take off the lower branches. I'm just ripping them off, probably you could cut them off and put it into soil. And then they will, after a few weeks, they will root, and then you have new Portuguese laurel. I actually have a video on that one. I did that, but I did it in October time. But you can also do it now. So go propagate Portuguese laurel if that's what you want to do. Anyway, I'm just going to continue with the cleanup. So this is what the hedge looks like now. Quite like it. So it's been a busy garden maintenance sort of day, but I'm extremely happy with the way the hedges turned out. Both of them look a hell of a lot better than they did before, as well as the lilac tree. And yes, while I hate the process of mowing the lawn, the end result is always amazing. I always love the way how clean and neat it all looks. So I shall reward myself with 1 or 2 or 10 or 20 beers. Let's have a look how the day progresses, and that is me for the day. And I shall talk to you guys later. Bye.